let's get the visor mounted up, sand the hood and the visor down and clear those with a satin finish, and a couple other little things I have to do with the transmission. Let's get into this. So I'm working on mounting the visor before I get the windshield in. So I don't have any center bracket for this one. It's a one piece. So I'm making the center bracket. Again, using my brass and stainless pieces. So this is the curvature of the roof. And then I'll put two more up there. So now I'm working on the sides because I have no brackets for that. So here we go. Alright guys, so that's what I ended up doing to mount that. I have the bracket, the center bracket, and then I use 1/4-20 rib nuts there. And then on the side with the rib nuts, and these are just like M5s with rib nuts to hold it in here because there's not a lot of meat on this rail, but that one fit perfect. So your main ones are those, and then there's plenty of air that can move up and over the cab, so it won't like hook the visor and rip it off. And then the same on that side. Alright guys, so I got the visor mounted. I've been kind of wondering what I was going to do with that center bracket. So I love how it looks. And so I got to take that all back apart so I can scuff it all up and paint it. Because I want to do that in a satin clear like the rest of the truck. Right now it's high gloss and I don't like it. I really don't. So yeah, so I had to go into work today because we're pretty busy. I do most of my videos on the weekends, so I had to go into work today because we're super busy, and super busy means that's what pays for this. So that's why I did that. So I was pretty much there all day. So I just got home a little bit ago, knocked out that visor, and then we'll jump on it tomorrow. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do tomorrow because I have a lot of things. Like I could clean the seat, get that all mounted and installed, my vent window right there, it cracked. Yep, brand new vent window assembly, so that all has to come back out so I can replace the vent window. I'm waiting for the little pivot rivet that pumps into right there, so you know you can open and close it. I have a Lokar transmission kickdown cable I have to install still. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I will catch you in the morning. So I've decided to clean up the seat real quick. I'll show you that. So here's the seat. I've had this seat now probably about a year. Really good deal. It's a King Ranch seat. It's like the bench seat, so second row seat from a King Ranch truck. It has the fold down with your little cup holder deals. So it's been sitting out here in my garage. I'm in Florida for probably about a year. So I had it covered up, but it still ended up getting like a little I don't know, a little crusty, hardish, but it's leather. This is actual real saddle leather. So what I do is I cleaned it up with just saddle soap, this, and then after that, so tomorrow, pretty much probably throughout the whole week, I'll come out here and I'll keep applying this. So every day for the next week or so, I'll just be putting it on just to kind of soften it up a little bit better. This will darken it a little bit, but it just brings out the grain so much nicer. And I did it on my last build with King Ranch seats. Those were really bad. Like the whole bolsters were all cracked and everything. But a week of putting this stuff on, all week, and it softened it up really, like a lot, very comfortable. So yeah, so I just cleaned it up, and now for the rest of the week I'll be doing that, and then hopefully get this installed next weekend to see how it all looks together. So that's coat one of probably several. So when your leather's kind of cracked out pretty good or dried up, you want to kind of put it on kind of heavy like I did. That way it soaks it all up, and then probably give it about like 10-15 minutes, and then come back and just kind of buff it. You know, like take a cloth and just kind of rub it down, and then let that dry overnight and keep doing it. All right, I'm not going to keep showing that process because I just did. Let's get that hood and visor sanded down. I'm going to sand it with 320, and then I'm going to go back over it with a satin clear coat that I did the whole vehicle with. So let's jump into that right now. That's what it is with the panel on it. I got the hood satin cleared, got that mounted. I satin cleared the visor. Here's the bracket, the center bracket. And there it is. So I'll show you. I did start working on that inside panel piece, but probably won't get that finished today. But there's actually a switch up here. It's hard to see it, but it's right here. Right there is the switch, and then you just push it. Okay. Okay. So we got our Lokar kickdown cable installed. I figured out finally got a throttle cable that will work with a Lokar end. I had to also change out the speedo, the electronic speedo sensor in the transmission because it was leaking through the plug, so I changed that out. I did lose 5 quarts of transmission fluid when I swapped out the cable, but let me show you the other side. And there's the other side right there. Right there. Had to put a 1-inch spacer right there underneath the air cleaner so the AC lines would fit without hitting the air cleaner. So yeah, so let me bring you around and we'll wrap it up. Overall, not so bad of a weekend. Got the hood satin cleared, put on, visor mounted up, seat cleaned up, Lokar cable, kickdown cable installed, figured out the throttle linkage finally for the gas pedal, and replaced the speedo sense that was leaking. So I have a lot of stuff on order for the interior, so I'm not going to put in the seat until after I get everything else straightened out in the interior, which will probably be the next video for next week. But yeah, so overall I think it was a great weekend despite me having to go into work yesterday for almost all day because we're busy there, and busy means it's what pays for all my little fun projects over here. So that'll wrap it up. Go out there and build something cool. Check you next time.